Victor Yoosuff, aka Vicola. Today I have an important announcement because this video is strictly for youths and teenagers, and I decided to do this because it's very alarming at all the vices fighting seriously against youth and teenagers. You see teenagers now, they are so distracted with coloring their hair, dyeing their hair gold or maroon or strange colorful colors and all that. They are distracted by media, social media, the music, entertainment, and so many things working against them and working against their life. And teenagers and youths are so carried away that they don't even know time is going. They don't even realize it. They think that they're going to be slain forever, they're going to be young forever, and because of that, they don't see it as something they should take importance, as something they should pick up and start doing as now. So that's why I'm dedicating all this video just for teenagers and youth, because it's something that touches my heart. It practically breaks my heart. Going around the road, or not going around the road, just going along, maybe driving or even in a public transport, hearing conversations with youths and what they say and what they do. And I just know that so many of them are unaware that time is going. They are unaware of the importance of God's calling on their life or God's purpose for them. And that's why you see a lot of teenagers and youths. You guys are so distracted. Like I've said, so many things are constantly working against you, but still you have to consciously make out time to decide what your life should be about. Yes, in my own time, we weren't so convinced or confused, or we didn't have so much distractions as at now. People dye hair then, but not as much. It wasn't as rampant as it is now. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is it's very, very important for you to know who you are and what you want to achieve in life. You shouldn't just be carried away with every fashion statement or every fashion trend that you see on social media, you see on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. Everybody wants to be on TikTok, everybody wants to be on IG Live, everybody wants to be on IG Reel and all the rest like that. You should have a life, and your life matters. Your life counts. Every decision you are making will affect the entire life of you, your parents, your siblings, and your society. And it matters a lot what you do with your life. It matters a lot with what we do with our body. That's why you see a lot of people back then in my time, when we go to church with heels, we will take slippers along, or flat shoes. We will use it either on when we're entering public transport, even when we're climbing up the stairs. My church back then was on the third floor. Yes, third floor. So we'll climb all the stairs with our flat heels or our flat shoes or our slippers, okay, or sandals. Then when we get to the church, we will put it aside and then we wear the heels, and we will walk shoulder high and all that. We do all the singing in the church, all the dancing, the drama and all that. But at the end of the service, we come down again, use our flat slippers or sandals, and then go back home. So because we understood, in fact, my pastor back then did a sermon that what we do with our food, what we eat, what we wear will in turn affect us in future. So that's why I'm doing this now for you guys, because I know that a lot of you are not aware that what you wear, what you do, where you go, your friends, one way or the other affects you. They affect you if you don't know. The number of friends you have, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the abortions, the parties, the drinks, the things you put in your drinks, the things you put in your food that are not the usual drugs, or they are not the usual supplements or usual things that everyone's supposed to take, you might think that you're being safe. You're protecting yourself from pregnancy. You're protecting yourself from all manner of things. But in the long run, it will tell on your body. So you need to understand that and then consciously make the right decisions. Consciously make the right decisions, okay? Because your health matters. You see a lot of mothers now, they are complaining about arthritis or chest pain or waist pain because of one thing or the other they did many years ago. So it's important that you are conscious of your decisions, you are conscious of your reactions to things. So straight back to the major thing I want to do today is how you can stand out in the society, how you can stand out among your friends and still be on top. So on my number one list is what? Know yourself. Everybody came to the world with a desire, with a goal, with a destiny, okay? God has a plan for you. No matter what it is that you've done in the past, no matter what it is you are doing now, no matter where you find yourself as at when you are watching this, you are important to God, and that's why you are still alive. You are important to God, and that's why He has kept you or made you to be who you are. You need to discover yourself. You need to rediscover yourself, even if you have discovered yourself at one point, okay? Rediscover yourself. Know who you are. Know what you want to do with the rest of your life. Whether you want to be a doctor or a nurse, a teacher, many people don't say teachers anyway, but whether you want to be a neurosurgeon or you want to be a writer like me, or you want to be a speaker, a blogger, a YouTuber, or whatever it is that you want to do, you should just realize that you matter. Your desires matter. Your plans matters. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, whatever it is that you want to come out of your life matters a lot. So you need to know who you are. And one of the easiest ways to know who you are is to look for God. If you look for God, God will reorganize your life, tell you what you need to know about yourself, and then that is the best way for you to know who you are. You can also know who you are by asking questions. Ask your parents questions. When I was little, what do I like doing? What do I like, or what did I say I wanted to do? Or what are those things that you have passion for so greatly? Look for questions. Ask yourself questions. Create a quiet time to just think about the things you have passion for the things you like doing unconsciously, things that you are so good at. So those ones can help you know who you are. So discover yourself, know God, and then ask questions. Another way that you can know yourself is to find God for yourself. I know a lot of believers just assume that they are believers because they go to church or because their parents give them Christian names and they so assume that they are believers. No, you need to know God for yourself, for you to shine, for you to come out of obscurity, for you to come out from your hidden shell and become the best teenager, the best youth, the best version of yourself. You need to know God for yourself. Enough of going to church or doing things because your mommy said so, or your daddy said so, or one auntie in the church said so, or one auntie in the school said so. Be for yourself. Do it for yourself. Discover a quiet time for yourself. Another way for you to be outstanding in every sphere of your life is to have a study pattern. Discover your study pattern. That is one of the best things that helped me when I was in school. I discovered quite early when I was in secondary school. My friends, whenever we are reading, they have different patterns. Some people could be singing and be dancing, and the things they are reading, they are assimilating it. It is sinking in. My own study pattern is totally different. So I discovered that whenever we study in a group and we are all shouting and laughing and all that, it does not sync with me. I discovered that when I was in secondary school. I was like, Ha. If these people study in a noisy environment, that doesn't work with me. So I had to go back home. Whenever we finish reading in a group, I will have to use my own study pattern. So study yourself, know yourself for who you are and where you are going. Everybody has a different study pattern that works for them. So for me, my own study pattern is read again, write again, and write again. By the time I write a particular question or a particular thing 2-3 times, it sinks in my heart. If you ask me till today, there are some of those things I can still tell you out. I can still blow it, as in just blow it and download everything for it, because that is my own study pattern. But whenever I just read like this, like every other person, just look through a book, like, it won't sink. Yes, I could talk about it at that time. I could defend it at that time. But months or weeks later, I won't know it again. It will have gone. It will have just dissolved in every other thing that I do on my daily activities, okay? So study yourself and study your study pattern. Know what works for you. Another pattern that you can do, okay, is for you to know the best time to read as a student, because today I am talking strictly for teenagers, a bit to teenagers and youth, right? So I believe that everyone watching will be youths or teenagers. And if your mommies and daddies watching, please refer this to your teachers, to your teenagers and your youths around you in the church, in your community, your own children, your siblings, and all that. Okay, so another thing for you to do is what? Know your study time that is best for you. Some people can study in a noisy environment during the day. Some people can study in a noisy hall where several other youths are, studying, and it works for them. Some people, they cannot study where there is music. They cannot study where they can even see people just walking up and down. And some people, they can study in a library. That library that is quiet, they can study there. But some other people, if you take them to a library, before they read page 1 and page 2, they're already dozing off like that. And they are gone. And the whole time they wasted, the whole time they used there is all wasted. So it depends on your own study pattern and your study time. For me, back then I study more at night, but now I can study early in the morning or late at night. And anytime during the day, I can do the normal reading. With my earpiece, I can use my RSS or RTT, one app like that, to read and to listen to audios all through the day. So whatever study patterns and study times is best for you, please discover it so that your GPs will be high, so that your scores in school will be better, and your studies will be more encouraging. Reading will be more encouraging for you. But if you do things like every other person, then you will just blend in, and then you might not get so much out of life. Another thing I want to encourage you, like I often do, is doing research and reading. If you are teenagers, okay, and you're on break now, try and look for books outside your normal books, your normal school books. You can read books on romance, on adventure, on horror stuff, and so many things. Read about animals, read about other countries, read about there are so many things. Read the Bible, read books about Bible or Christian literatures. Okay, there are several of it. Today I was reading a book by Ben Carson to teenagers and youths, and he said one of the major things that helped him in life is when he started reading books. By the time he got to class and they asked questions, other people that were just reading the normal school books didn't have an idea of what the teacher was asking. But because he was reading books outside the school regular books, he has answers to most of the questions. And that made him to be more confident in himself. And he became a better person, even a speaker and a neurosurgeon. So whatever it is that you do, please be the best in it, and also look for a way to chip out or look for extra ways to learn something new. Recently, I started some new skills. I won't tell you yet. So I started some new skills to improve on myself. So you too, no matter your age, no matter where you find yourself, look for ways to improve on yourself, either in speaking or in writing or in your reading. There is no lost knowledge. There is no lost idea. There is nothing that you learn, okay, that will go to total waste. It might look irrelevant now, but I bet you someday you will need it. So that is all I have for you today. For you to outshine your equals, stand out in the society, you have to know yourself, know God, study your word, study the word of God for yourself, know God for yourself, okay? And then do the rest other things. Study your books, read books outside the normal school books, and I'm sure I'll see you at the top. I'm Victoria Yoosuff. If you like this video, kindly share, subscribe, and like. Leave a comment below if there's anything you want to ask me, or if there's anything you have enjoyed in this video. Thank you, and God bless you.